Hello everyone, how's it going? So first step as always is to prime the lids. I'm using a Lancome primer, I'll list it down below. I put some on top of my lid and I also run a little bit along the lower lash line. The shadow palette that I'm going to start off with is Nude Medium by Huda Beauty. And I'm just going to pick up this shade right over here. It's a light brown shade. I'm using this on a JH31 and I'm just applying this all over my crease. So I'm taking a little bit at a time, and as I get less product on the brush, I will start to move it a little bit higher up into the crease. And then I just go in and blend out the edges with another brush. I'll list it down below. After that, I'm going to pick up the Afrique palette by Juvia's, and the shade I'm going to use is called Niger. And I'm using this on a JH40. So I'm going to start applying this in my crease as well. So I'm slowly building up this color, grabbing a little product at a time. And I'm also kind of flicking out the end of it, as you can see right there, and ending it with that shadow shield. So I'm blending into that shadow shield, but I have a nice crisp line when I remove it. I'm using the very tip of this brush, so it gives me that nice line. After that, I go back in with the JH31 and slightly blend right above the green. Now I'm going to pick up the shade Aya, and I'm using this on a M506 brush, and I'm going to apply this right above the green so it disperses it out a little bit better. So I'm just blending this color. Now I'm using Born This Way Concealer by Too Faced on a little flat concealer brush, and I'm going to start carving out my crease. So I go very slow in this process. I usually speed it up when I'm recording it or editing it, but I'm going very slow here, and I always like to be precise. And I take a little product at a time. You don't want a bunch of concealer on your lid all of a sudden. Now I'm curving out the end, so it creates that nice little swoop. After that, I take a little bit of translucent powder and just pat it right over the concealer. And now I'm taking the shade Angelique, I think I'm saying that wrong. Anyways, I'm using it on a MAC 242 brush, and I'm going to start patting the shade onto my lid. So I'm trying to cover the entire area where I put that concealer. Now I'm taking a small little brush. This one is the M515, and I'm grabbing a little bit more of that green shade and applying it right at the line, right at the cut crease, just so I can get a little bit of that intensity back. And taking another tiny brush, this is the M213, and I'm going back in with that lighter silvery shade and applying it right along the lower part of that line of the cut crease. and then just blending the upper crease. And this is a JH37 that I'm using right now. Now I'm going to take some gel liner. I'm using the Laura Mercier cream gel liner, and I'm using it on a small angle brush, and I'm going to create a soft little wing, a tiny wing, and I'm going to use that shadow shield to help me create this wing. After I'm done doing that, I'm taking that green shade again on a JH43 and just packing it along my lower lash line. I also put some eyeliner in my waterline, and I'm taking that yellow shade, Aya, and using it on a JH38 and going right underneath that green. And I'm applying a little bit more of that yellow on the top crease as well. This is the Extended Play Mascara, the curved one by MAC. I just do a couple of coats of this on my upper and lower lashes, and then I apply lashes right on top. I'm using Lily lashes today in the style Miami Flare. After that, I take the original Extended Play Mascara. This one has the straight wand, and I just coat my lower lashes with that. And I'm going to add a little bit of glitter. This is the Stila glitter in the shade Diamond Dust, and I'm taking a small detail brush. I think this one is from Tarte, and I apply this glitter right in the crease. So right where that cut crease is, I'm applying this glitter. I switch brushes here, but just any small tiny brush will work. Moving on to the face, I am applying blush. I've already done my foundation, I've done bronzer, I've done my powders and all that. I'll list everything down below. The blush I'm using, what is the name of this? Warm Soul by MAC, and I'm using it on a E4. Now I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Flash palette. I'm gonna mix two shades, Gleam and Sparks, and I'm using this on a J02 brush. This is the brushes that came out with her line, with the highlighters. So I'm just gonna hit the top of my cheekbones with this. I'm also going to apply some on the center of my nose and also on the top of my lips. And I'm also taking the same mixture of highlights and I'm putting it on my brow bone. The brush I'm using is a JH42. And in my inner corner, I'm also using the same shade, and I am using a JH39 brush. For lipstick, I'm using a Morphe matte lipstick in the shade Wifey, and I topped it off with some gloss in the shade Flower Crown, also by Morphe. And I've also already filled in my brows. I use Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Dark Brown, along with the clear brow gel. And so here is the finished look, you guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I just hit 10,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for subscribing, and just like and share, and I will see you in my next video, you guys. Thank you. Bye.
I'm doing your sponsor.
Get out of here.